Well, our family has been here for a while. In fact, my grandparents were one of the first Chinese immigrants to come settle here in Albuquerque, and eventually my father went in partnership with them, my grandparents, and then business was in business for over 50 years, the New Chinatown restaurant. I worked and grew up there, washing dishes, busboying, waiting, cashiering, pretty much everything except bartending. I graduated from Highland High School, and after high school I went to 2 years at UNM, pre-dental student, and I realized after quantitative analysis that maybe dentistry was not my thing, and so I decided to pursue my hobby, which was photography, and I picked up my first camera in my senior year at Highland, and made the bold decision to become a photographer. So I went away to school in Atlanta, Georgia, the Photography Institute of America. Worked after I graduated there for a commercial photographer. I assisted him for 6 months, and then I got real homesick, and I drove straight from Atlanta directly into Albuquerque in a 24-hour stretch and tried to look for work. I pretty much just started my own thing, and at the time I asked my father, how do you learn the business? He said, you just do it. And that's basically how I got started. I started by working for a wedding company that would hire photographers to photograph weddings. I would do an entire wedding for $25. They gave me 5 rolls of film. I also opened up a little studio on East Central. I had a display of black and white portraits in the window there, and people were kind of attracted to the pictures on the window. I had a real firm belief that in a lot of ways people's self-image is determined by the last portrait they had taken of themselves, and I think that's kind of how our reputation spread, just one client at a time, making sure everybody looked good. Actually, one of the first big celebrities that I actually photographed was R.C. Gorman. He stood out to me because he was a totally animated character. We got a call from the White House and saying, would you like to photograph Barbara Bush? And yeah, I jumped. I said, sure. I even got to photograph Muhammad Ali back when he was really big. You could just see the charisma come through the lens, and it's kind of amazing to me how these celebrities have come to us. It's been kind of like Forrest Gump in a way. You just wonder, how did this happen? How did this get here? It's just this idea that everybody's beautiful, and I think the best way to describe it is if I first see a client that I'm photographing, I'm kind of sizing them up, and analyzing a little bit, and hopefully I'm not doing it too overtly. But what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the things that I can really play up, that I want to play up, and that I think they want to play up. And it's all about creating the right angles. It's about lighting. It's about the posing. It's a naturalness, and it's a real ease, and it's a real personal connection. And this is really instilled in our photographers. Having your portrait taken is very personal. I mean, we're talking about people's faces here, and we're talking the fact that I don't know anybody that doesn't want to look good, so we really keep that in mind at the forefront of everything we do. I also think that people have different parts of their personality. Yes, we always like to take the timeless looks, but in today's society, I think people want to look like they're having fun too. So we run the gamut of different expressions throughout the session. We'll have kind of a soft smile, a big happy smile. We'll have laughing pictures. We'll have jumping pictures. We try to get our clients to dance even, and really show different aspects of their personality, so that when they make their final selections for their portraits, for their walls, that they have plenty to choose from. And our job as photographers is to make sure that they have a hard time making a decision, because they have pictures that they absolutely love, and that's underneath everything. Yeah.
We've been using Kim Ju as our family photographer about 6 years now.
The photographers definitely have an eye for capturing a moment, from your staged family style portraits to very unique, candid shots.
And some of the favorite ones we have are the ones where they weren't planned. The kids and us just, being a family, and that's what we capture and that's what we love.